the Urban Witch, and I am on for an energy check-in reading for you guys, okay? We're going to focus on you guys, what's the vibe over the next 4 days, okay? So as you guys are coming in, okay, let me turn on my big screen so that I can see myself, okay? Happy Thursday, everybody, okay? I hope you guys are having a very beautiful day today, okay? Yeah, I hope that it's nice outside where you are. You guys are getting a chance to get out and get some sun, okay? Have fun, go to the park, okay? Walk your animal babies, you know, all that good, okay? Yeah, so let me check you guys. Let's see what type of delay we have today. Is it going to be a 4-second, 3, 6, or what? Okay, let's see. As I'm moving my fingers around, okay, and I see the hearts. Hello, thank you for the love, whoever you are, okay. Yeah, I think I'm like at a, wow, like maybe like a 6 or 7 second day, okay. All right, it is what it is, okay. But at any rate, you guys, welcome, okay, as you guys come into the chat, okay? Remember that your girl has attention deficit, okay? So if I happen to not see your beautiful comments, you know, at the time that you write them, okay, don't think that I'm ignoring you. It's just that I'm up in the ethers trying to bring down the messages for you, okay? And just remember that after the read, you guys, I will say hello to the chat and give you guys some shout outs, okay? To as many of you guys as I can, okay? All right, so come on in, okay? Again, welcome to my channel. I thank you guys in advance, okay, for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes, okay? And also for you guys hyping up the videos, okay? Hype me up. Hype me up. Yeah, hype up the videos, you guys, so that, you know, they can go out into the algorithm. You know, Mr. Al can help us. And so that people that need to see the messages, you guys, it'll be recommended to them and they can get to see the message, okay? All right. So I see you. Lee Pat says hi. Hi, Lee Pat. How are you, love? Okay. All right, guys. So thank you guys for that. Also, I want to thank you guys who are continuing to purchase readings with your girl, okay? Appreciate that very much, okay? I'm almost caught up. I think I have like maybe, I said 6 the other day, and then, you know, some more came through. Then I said, let me get these out before I consider doing a new batch, okay? I got 4. 4 still in the queue for you, those of you guys who have ordered your readings from earlier this week as of this past Sunday. And those readings will be getting out to you guys, okay, before this Sunday, because you get a 7-day window to get the, you know, for me to get the messages, the readings out to you guys, okay? So hold tight, pimpin', because the readings are coming to you, okay? All right. And for those of you guys who are also leaving me donations, okay, it is greatly appreciated. I thank you guys so very, very much, okay? Thank you. Can't thank you guys enough, okay? And also, for those of you guys who are on the fence, okay, and you guys want to know if readings are still available, yes, personal readings are still available for you guys, okay, one and all, okay. I am still currently only serving U.S. customers and clients, okay. I've been getting a lot of emails about that, and your girl is, you know, I got something cooking, okay, as a solution for that, so just bear with me, okay. But, you know, in the meantime, for those of you guys who would like to get a reading, personal readings are still currently available, and all you have to do is email your girl at WizdomandSage@gmail.com. That's WIZDOM and sage@gmail.com, and then write personal reading in a subject line to get the party started, okay? Also, you guys, you can always check out my website for the type of readings that I currently offer, including the economy and mini readings for you guys, okay, as well as the prices, and the link to my website is in my bio, okay? All right, so having said that, you guys, let's get into it, okay? So today, you guys, again, we're doing an energy check-in. What is the vibe over the next 4 days, okay? So I'm going to do my self-made deck, you guys. It's thick because what I did was I had 2 original decks, you know. I made a deck called Rags to Riches, and then I also made another deck called the Witch Hunters deck. And I just, you know, Spirit said just combine them both together, you know, because I was kind of selecting one over the other. So I'm going to combine both of them. You know, we'll get more of an intuitive perspective, you know, from the cards to see what Spirit wants you guys to know as far as the energy check-in, okay? Because I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, as I was meditating, okay? Spirit is saying that, you guys have a lot of beautiful things coming towards you guys, okay? A lot of you guys are making, I'm hearing power moves, okay? You guys are making some decisions that is really going to take your life on a certain trajectory for the next, I'm hearing 7-year cycle. So a lot of you guys, you mean business, okay? You're not messing around, and you're making a lot of decisions, a lot of choices. You guys are looking at your options and things of that nature. So you're very, very busy in this season. It requires you to be very focused, okay? It requires you to stay, on point, and to not allow yourself to get distracted, okay? And also to not allow the past to distract you, because as you guys are moving forward, those that you guys have left behind are still, lurking, sitting back in the cut, trying to figure out how they can get in where they fit in to circle back around to you. And it's not really that they want to reconcile, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Nah, they don't want to do that. It's all about, dear one, trying to prove something to themselves, that they still got it like that, that they can still have you, that once upon a time they had you in control then. So if they work hard enough, okay, if they devise a plan that's strategic enough, tough enough, that they can control you now, okay? So y'all got some jankies, okay, that's in the background lurking, okay? And Spirit wants you guys to know that, so that you won't get thrown off track, okay? So that you won't allow anyone to come back into your life, singing their, those lying ass sad songs about how they changed, or giving you those crocodile tears. And I'm hearing, they're getting ready, dear one, to put on Oscar performances now. So you really have to be able to vet these people out and know that they ain't about a good goddamn, they just want to come to derail you, come to distract you, okay? I'm hearing kill, steal, and destroy. So in this season, you have to be, very, very aware, okay? Spirit is saying it's not enough for you guys to know what you got going on, but in this season, baby, you got to know what your enemies got going on too, because, what they got going on is going to have something to do with you, because, they're obsessed, and they can't keep your name out their mouth, and they can't stop lurking and goosenecking, trying to be all up in your shit, okay? So in the next 4 days, you guys, we're going to do an energy check-in, and we're going to find out what is the vibe, okay? So let's get it, all right? I hope that you guys are doing very, very well today on this beautiful day, okay? Happy Thursday to everybody, all right? So Spirit, let my collective know, okay? What is the energy check-in, okay? What is the energy check-in? That's one card. Okay, let's see. That's 2. That's 3. So like 4 at a time. Okay. And that's 4. Oh, this one wanted to come out too. Okay, let's have it. All right, you guys. So the first message we have is secret hater, okay? Again, yeah, this is piggying off of what I was saying, you guys, okay? So in the next 4 days, okay, you guys have someone that is lurking. This could be someone that is pretending to be your friend. This could be someone that is pretending to be a family member that you can trust, or a family member that you can trust now, okay? This may have been someone that, you always known that they were a snake. You always knew that, their mouth couldn't hold water, that as soon as you told them something, they ran off and told somebody else, had everybody all up in your business, okay? And, this could also be someone, dear one, where, on the surface they appear to, tell you certain things, under the disguise of having your best interests at heart. But I'm hearing from Spirit, their only agenda, dear one, was to hold you back, okay? Because it was all about that, that fear of you leaving them behind, or that fear that the narrative that they said about you, you being irresponsible, or, just something just very so against who you are as a person, so against your character, okay? And so it's like they're always trying to follow up behind you and do things behind the scenes to undermine or sabotage your success, so that the narrative and the lies and the gossip that they said about you, so that it would ring true, okay? So Spirit is saying, dear one, in the next 4 days, okay, you guys need to be aware that you have a secret hater around you, okay? Somebody that is watching you, someone that is still running their mouth about you. And I'm hearing for one or two of you guys, this could be someone where, this is like, I'm hearing secret competition. Like this is someone that is trying to compete with you based on what you do, okay? Based on a talent, a gift, or a skill that you have. Or, if you have a business, if you're online as a content creator or as some type of influencer, okay? Well, this person, dear one, they see you as an up and coming star, and they are, this is someone that has like, poverty mentality, okay? They feel as though, it's not enough for everybody to go around. So in order for, them to come up, they got to shut you down. They have to ruin your business. They have to smear your name, okay? So this is showing you that, they ain't worth a good goddamn in the first place, because if they had it like that, they wouldn't be worried about you and what you got going on, baby, because they would be too busy making it, okay? They would be too busy with their head down and get their money up. But nah, instead they swerving all up into your lane, okay? Squirt, trying to see what collective got going on, okay? And this is a secret hater. And Spirit is saying, they watch everything that you do, okay? And they listen to everything that you say, okay? I'm hearing burner accounts come through, Spirit. I'm in the ethers, y'all. This person, dear one, this secret hater that, is watching you because they're trying to compete with you based on what you have going on, a business, an enterprise, or, your lifestyle. They always are trying to compete. I'm hearing, that little lullaby song, you can do this, I can do it better, I can do anything better than you. It's kind of giving that. It's like, it's someone that, they have emotional arrested development, okay? It's like, they still have this middle school mentality of trying to compete. You say, I got, 5 stacks. They like, oh, that ain't nothing. I got 7. I got... And nobody asked you that. Shut your damn mouth. Okay, why are you worried about what I got? Why are you always competing? That's this type of person, dear one. They're so far up your ass, okay? It's like, they really feel as though they won't be considered to be that top dog. They won't be considered to be, the it person, or the number one person, or the top person in that particular field, industry, niche, neighborhood, community, or whatever it is that you got going on, wherever this person is, where they feel as though they have some type of proximity to you. They won't feel as though they're the top dog they want until they knock you down, okay? And they're really trying to do things very, very janky, okay? I'm hearing gossip, smear campaigning, okay? I'm hearing, I just heard subterfuge, okay? What is that, Spirit? Hold on, y'all. Thank you, Spirit. That's when, someone tries to suppress what you're doing, okay? And they do it in a very sneaky, passive aggressive type of way, okay? It is giving like ambush, okay? That's this person. And what makes them so sneaky, dear one, is that, you would never expect for it to be this type of person, because for all intents and purposes, dear one, this could be, this secret hater. This could have been someone that you used to date. This could be someone in your family. This could have been someone that you might have considered a bestie, or, at least, acquaintance, someone that, had your best interest at heart, or at least someone that was neutral. So at the end of the day, if you guys would have gone your separate ways, you would have thought, dear one, that this person had enough maturity and common sense like you did, and that they would just go on about their motherfucking business. But nah, they're just the exact opposite. They linger. This is the type of person when they hate you, they want to watch your every move. When they hate you, they can't keep your name out their motherfucking mouth, okay? When they hate you, it's like, day and night, dear one, you're on their mind. It's like, the sun rises and sets on your ass as far as they're concerned, okay? It's like you have become their God, okay? You have become their mission in life to measure their level of success or their level of failure, okay? So, this is someone that, it is giving diabolical, okay? I'm also hearing, single white female, okay? This is someone, dear one, they don't know if whether or not they want to, if they hate your ass, or if they got a thing for you, they don't know if they want to fight you or fuck you. Come through, spirit. Pardon me, YouTube. Okay, yeah, they don't know what they want. They just confused. Okay, so spirit is saying, for those of you guys, if you know who this person is and this message resonates, okay, spirit says continue to protect yourself, mostly protect your business. Okay, what you got going on. Okay, and if you have a legitimate online business, okay, spirit is like, remember to continue to cross your T's and dot your I's, okay? Keep people out of your affairs, out of your business, okay? Just shut them out, okay? Because they're always lurking, trying to get ammo, trying to get information. They don't know a damn thing about you, but they claim they do. And it's like anything that you say, okay? It's giving that this person, they do screenshots. They have a burner phone that's totally dedicated to you and you alone, collective, where, they screenshot your shit, they download, your videos, okay, and what you got going on, and they literally study it. It's like, this person thinks that they're like some type of FBI agent. They think they're some type of researcher, okay? Yeah, they think they're some type of professional hacker, they think they're some type of, professional PI. This is a weirdo here, okay? This is your secret hater. And then the next 4 days, Spirit says they're going to be up to their shenanigans, okay? So, stay on your P's and Q's, okay? Now, you have to have a double sword type of mentality. In other words, Spirit is saying, don't use all of your energy collected to be so focused on this secret hater, because, they not wrapped too tight, okay? You still got to watch and see what they doing so you can kind of like block it and cut it off, but not to the point where, you're obsessed with trying to watch what they're doing, because, they just goofy running around like a headless chicken with their goddamn head cut off, okay? This is their energy. They're very wired, okay? But, Spirit is saying, have like a double sword type of mentality. So, you're using one sword to fight them, to block them, okay? I'm hearing checkmate. And then you use the other sword to cut down obstacles, to cut down blockages so that you can continue to build and keep moving forward, okay? So you have to, use double energy. One hand to fight, one hand to build, okay, at the same time, so that you can have some forward movement. Because if it was up to this person, it would just be you just fighting all the damn time. You wouldn't get nothing done. You wouldn't get no sleep, no rest, no peace, okay? You wouldn't have time to eat. You wouldn't have time to just relax, okay? You wouldn't have time to, think about, the next thing that you should do for your business, okay? You wouldn't have time to think about your clients or think about your boss at your job, okay? You wouldn't have time to do nothing, okay? And that's the whole purpose of this person. Their obsession is literally like they're trying to project their obsession onto you. Okay, so yeah, it's giving busybody, it's giving meddling, it's giving I don't have a life, I don't have my meds. Okay, yeah, it's giving bunny boiler. Okay, yeah, it's giving single white female. These mofos, whoever they are, collective, they don't know whether they want to fight you or fuck you. Now, I say they weird. Okay, it's in the energy. All right. All right, that's for somebody now. All right, so the next message we have, you guys, okay, for the energy check-in, what's the vibe over the next 4 days? We have, I'm in an open marriage / partnership, okay? So, dear one, for those of you guys who are single and mingling, okay, and you out there doing your thing, meeting new people or getting introduced to new people, and you're, sexing people out, going on dates, trying to figure out, who matches your vibe and this and that, okay? Spirit is saying vet these people out, or a particular person out, very, very carefully, dear one, because this is a person that might come on, very hard and strong, be very, very charismatic, okay? This person could be your type in terms of, what you like, okay? We all have a type, okay? So I'm hearing from Spirit, warning, because this person that is coming towards you, dear one, in the next 4 days, this could be someone that is your type, okay? In terms of physical aesthetic, okay? They could be very, very flashy, they could have that gift of gab, okay, very charismatic, okay, but they're operating in deception, okay? This is someone, dear one, they might present themselves to be single, but they're very much in a relationship, okay? They're either in a marriage, they're in a relationship, or they're in a relationship, okay? And it's like, the marriage, is very fluid, okay? They're in an open marriage. So this means, this person can live in Kentucky, but, his wife and kids or kid, okay, could live all the way in Alaska or LA, San Francisco, Detroit, okay? It's giving that, okay? It's giving, they have a double life, okay? Yeah, so you have to be careful. This person may not wear a ring, okay? But they're very much attached. They're married. And then again, open relationship. They could be down with that shit that you're not down with, that you don't want to be a part of, okay? Yeah. It's like, they want to get you involved in, their clown circus of fuckery, okay? Yeah. Me and my wife, me and my baby, me and my boo, me and my husband, we was checking you out. Well, bitch, you better keep on checking and check your ass out the door, because we don't get down like that, okay? Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye, sir. Goodbye, madam. Yeah. So it's giving that, dear one. So Spirit is saying, for those of you guys who are, you might meet someone out and about as you guys are, you're coming more and more outside in terms of, being in your element to do things that you want to do, okay? To have more fun, to have more adventure, okay? To bring more balance to your life so that it's not just all work, okay? You guys want to get out and enjoy yourself. Some of you guys, it's still summertime, baby. So you guys could be preparing for some type of weekend excursion or trip. Some of you guys could be getting ready to go on a cruise, okay? Y'all could be getting ready to go on a girls trip, okay? Now, a caveat, if you're going on that girls trip, you better make sure you know all those bitches, okay? Yeah, we don't want, you to go and it's like a group of 5 and then 4 come back and you still over there, okay? Yeah, that's a caveat, okay? Yeah, make sure you rolling with the right people. Make sure, they really, really like your ass, okay? Yeah, we don't want one of those Cabo 6 situations and shit, okay? Yeah, rest in peace, Shanquella Robinson, okay? Yeah, so that's a caveat for somebody. But this person, dear one, you might meet this person. You can meet this person while you're out and about at a concert, at a game. I'm hearing like a sports event, okay? You can meet this person in like a convention. You can meet this person, if you have to go out of town on business for work, or, if you have to go out of town, for whatever reason, your own business that you have, okay? Or, again, if it's a girls, trip, or it's a weekend excursion with just yourself, okay? A Spirit is saying, you're in that prime opportunity. You're in a timeline now where you're going to meet certain people, and there is someone, dear one, that is coming towards you, because I'm hearing from Spirit, for those of you guys who are single and high vibrational, what you guys need to know is that a lot of times, the counterfeit always comes before the real, okay? So before that person comes that really matches your vibe, that is really going to be a gentleman, or that's really going to be a sophisticated lady, and that's going to really, put their money where their mouth is, instead of just, being a goddamn liar and wearing a mask, okay? Before you get that, you're going to get the counterfeit first, okay? You're going to get the player first, okay? You're going to get the wolf first in sheep's clothing. And Spirit is saying, somebody, dear one, in the next 4 days, they're going to come towards you. And they're already hemmed up. They're already in a relationship, or a marriage, a partnership. They're not going to expose it or disclose it. And then they'll dare you say something. They'll be like, well, I didn't lie. You didn't ask. Well, motherfucker, why is you stepping to me like you single then? I shouldn't have to ask. Should I have to ask if I see you and you approaching me like you single and I don't see no ring or this or that? You're just a janky motherfucker. Come through, Spirit. Yeah. So this is the type of person where they're like, well, technically I didn't lie to you because, you didn't ask. So if you didn't ask, I didn't lie because I didn't say nothing. Janky motherfucker, shut your ass up. I don't like the energy. I say I don't like it, okay? So, dear one, in the next 4 days, okay, for those of you guys who are out there and you're saying to yourself, yeah, Sage, I'm out there, I'm dating, I'm even, online on certain dating apps, okay? I'm even allowing some of my friends and some of my, trusted loved ones to hook me up, okay? I'm going on a blind date here, a blind date there, I'm meeting up people at coffee shops and this and that, you better assess them out now, okay? Look beyond how they look beyond the color of their eyes, okay? Look beyond the size of the biceps and the triceps, okay? Yeah, fellas, look beyond that, big butt and that smile, okay? You can't trust a big butt and a smile. Yeah, you know what they say about that girl. Yeah, come through, Spirit. So this goes for both, you divine masculines. Come through, Spirit, with that confirmation. We know it to be true. This goes for both the divine masculines and the divine feminines, okay? Yeah. Next card that I pull, you guys, we have energy harvester. Energy harvester, okay? So I'm hearing from spirit right off the bat, dear one, in the next 4 days, okay? You guys need to be really, really protective of your energy, okay? Around certain people, when you're out and about in public, okay? If you're on the phone, talking to people, if people trying to just push up on you and they want to be quick, fast friends, and you're like, wait, hold up, bitch. You asked me a whole lot of questions. I just met you. Slow down. Oh, hold up, partner. I just met you. You ain't coming over my house right now. You ain't trying to meet my child right now. I don't know you like that, partner. Hey, you on probation. Slow your roll, okay? So whoever this is for you guys, and whatever the situation is, Spirit is saying, be aware of someone around you that is an energy harvester. This is someone that wants waste your time. This is someone that wants to drain your energy. This is someone that wants to, love bomb you hard and fast, okay? Get in where they fit in, sleep with you, get you, locked in, create some type of soul tie with you, and then commence to be the biggest pain in your ass that you've ever dealt with in your life, okay? For some of you guys, I'm hearing from Spirit, because you are a beautiful, high vibrational, attractive being, okay? Whether you are, again, a masculine or feminine. I'm hearing from Spirit, you guys have a lot of people that have their eyes on you. And some people just want to get next to you, dear one, not because they like you, not because they want to get to know you or get to build with you or, find out what your interests are and see if you guys are compatible. But they just straight up, they want to get straight to the chase, okay? They all about that bedroom game because they want to siphon your energy, okay? This is an energy harvester. This is someone that sees you, dear one, is very high vibrational. They have been watching you for quite some time. I'm hearing from Spirit. How long, Spirit? Come through, Spirit. I'm hearing at least 2 months, 2 to 4 months or more, okay? Okay, that window between 2 to 4 months, okay? They've been watching you. So they've watched you enough to know that you're very high vibrational. They've watched you enough to want to know that, you're a powerful manifester. They've watched you enough to know that you have some type of, energy of influence over you, okay? For some of you guys, this could be a neighbor. This could be a neighbor that's trying to push up on you, okay? Yeah, that's coming through for someone, okay? For another person, this could be someone at your job, okay? Yeah, I'm hearing Amazon, delivery, okay? I'm hearing call center, I'm hearing nurse, come through, Spirit. I'm hearing CNA, okay? I'm hearing physical therapist. This could be you or them, okay? What you do or what they do, okay? I'm hearing sales like consulting and sales. If you work at a nonprofit or wherever you work in corporate America, but your job is, consulting or sales, okay? Could be you or them, okay? I'm also hearing teacher, okay? Yeah. I'm hearing someone that does hair for a living, okay? You do braids, okay? Yeah, you do units, you sell units. You might also do eyelashes, okay? And you do, what is that word, Spirit, that you're showing me? You are an esthetician, okay? This could be your side gig that you're trying to turn into a full-time gig, okay? Yeah, Spirit says, beware, dear one. This person could be coming to you as a client. Oh, that's for somebody. This is an energy harvester. Spirit says, guard your business, guard your protection, your energy, protect your energy, and, really slow people down in terms of trying to be quick, fast friends with you, okay? Before you've gotten an opportunity to vet them out or feel comfortable with what they coming with, okay? To feel comfortable with their energy, okay? You're going to know who this person is right off the bat, Spirit says, because they're going to talk a lot. And the first thing going to come to your mind is, damn, they either talk too fast or they talk too much. That's a sign of this energy harvester. Another sign is it's like you're going to feel like you're on an interview instead of, the person trying to get to know you, because they're going to be asking you 101 questions, okay? They very fucking nosy, but it's going to appear as though they have the energy where they're really just trying to get to know you, okay? But they really just trying to assess you out, and they're making a mental note. She says she work here. She says she go work out there. She says she do this. She says she do that. She say, this is her hobby. Yeah, it's giving slow down, because this person is an energy harvester, okay? They want to drain your energy. They want to just be all up in your business, okay? They want to distract you, okay? This could be someone, dear one, they'll like, a person that you can't get rid of. Okay, I'm hearing bugaboo. I'm hearing pest. Okay, yeah, come through spirit is also giving borderline stalker here. Okay, yeah, but they might come to you like, they're just as gentle, harmless as a dove. I just want to be your friend. I just want to be your client. I just want to get to know you. I just want to date you. I just want to see if we compatible. I just want to collab with you. Bullshit. Call bullshit on this now. Okay, yeah, come through spirit. All right, you guys, next 4 days, what's the vibe, okay? What's the energy check-in, okay? The next message, you guys, we have is I grew up in a cult. I grew up in a cult. Spirit is saying, thank you, Spirit. This could very well be the person that's coming towards you in the next 4 days. That's an energy harvester, someone that, your ass don't know from a can of paint. They going to try to get in some way that they can get in, either as a client, okay? Either as, a passerby, either as, a neighbor, yeah, either as someone that, you just see when you out and about doing your thing. It's something, okay? And they're gonna approach you like, they'll ask you a question. How's the weather? Do you have the time? Oh, I like your hair. Oh, I like your tattoo. What does that mean? Oh, I like your shoes. Where did you get those from? Something like that. Or you look familiar. Is your name such and such and such? Oh, I've seen you online. I've been watching you online. And Spirit says, if that is the case, come through, Spirit. Yeah. If this is the case, dear one, where there's someone that's going to introduce themselves to you and they're going to be acting like a goddamn fan, they fanned out. Oh my God, I've seen you on Instagram. I've seen you on YouTube. I've seen you on Twitch, on TikTok, and they all fanned out. Spirit says, don't be flattered, honey. That's an energy harvester. They trying to get in where they fit in, okay? Is what I'm hearing from Spirit. And then Spirit says this person, they may also have, one of those very odd, bizarre, weird upbringings, okay? They grew up in a cult, okay? It could be like a religious cult, okay? Yeah. It could be like the type of cult where, even if I said the name, you guys wouldn't know or recognize it as a cult because they have a lot of offshoots. Okay, is a cult is just giving any type of situation where if it's a religious type of setting, they think that it is their church, their mosque, their temple, their religious beliefs or opinions, or they are the quote unquote chosen people, and only they are going to be saved. Only them are going to get salvation. Only them are going to get wealth. Everybody else on the planet that's not a part of that crew, that cult, that group, okay, they going to hell. Okay, they going to hell or they going to jail. Okay, so when they start talking that extremist type of shit, okay, regardless of them having a popular name of a cult, okay, that's a cult. And I'm hearing from Spirit, this particular person, dear one, in the next 4 days, that's going to be around you, that's currently lurking, largely online, watching what you do. They're a fan. Okay, this person grew up in a cult, dear one. They have a very bizarre, very weird upbringing, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? Lots of trauma that has taken place, okay? And they have turned that trauma or trauma, Spirit says plural, they've been through a lot of shit there, but they have turned their traumas into, fetishes and into kinks. Okay, and that's where you come in, because now they want to experiment on you. Now they want to recruit you. You got a face, you got a look that they think will, be right for their crew, their family, their cult, to, help them recruit more. Okay. If you at the uni, this could be someone that you could meet in a class or just on campus hanging out. Okay. Got their eye on you, lurking. Okay. Trying to recruit you. So you guys, Spirit says, be very, very careful. Okay. Be careful about people trying to make fast friends with you. Be careful about people wanting to push up on you and act like, y'all long bosom buddies, from back in the day, and you don't know that motherfucker from a can. Those are all warning signs, okay? When somebody push up on you all fast like that, it's like, motherfucker, I don't know you. It's like they're trying to have this false, intimacy with you. They may know 2 things about you because of them watching you online, or because of what they heard or what they've been lurking and what they've been finding out. And just because y'all have the similar taste in music, well, they knew that, so they pretend as though they like what you like, okay? Or just because they like something that you got on, and now they want to love bomb you, and they want to flatter your ass to death and let your guard down, just because they think they know 2 things about you, or they get you to laugh or smile. Now they want to act like y'all longtime bosom buddies, or y'all destined star-crossed lovers, meant to destined to be together. That's your soulmate, that's your twin flame. Okay, call bullshit on that. This is some weirdness weirdness going on here, okay? And they got their eye on you is what I'm hearing from spirit, okay? All right. And then the next message, you guys, for the energy check-in, the vibe over the next 4 days, we have your old cycle has ended and a new cycle has begun. Yeah. So Spirit is saying for a lot of you guys, the reason why you have all of these lurkers, the reason why you have a lot of people coming towards you where they mean you no good, a lot of these people, dear one, they're broken. Okay, they're broken and they see you as someone that's whole and have it all together, or that have the answers. Now, this may not even be the truth. Okay, you might be like, Sage, hell, I'm trying to get it out the mud just like the next person. Okay, I don't have it all together, and I know that's right. Okay, rarely any of us do. Okay, but in terms of how you look to this person or to these people that be having their eyes on you and they broken and they like little wet puppies wanting you to come and take them in and nurture and take care of them. Okay, it's like they can almost sense, dear one, that there's something new in you, there's something new on the horizon concerning you, because a lot of you guys, your old cycle has ended. So for example, Spirit is like, say, for example, dear one, if you're the type of person where, you grew up in a very dysfunctional home where, maybe one parent or both of them, were alcoholics or addicted to drugs or, have some type of mental or emotional illness or imbalance, okay? Now, see, you've healed. See, you've broken that generational curse, okay? And, you have made a promise, a declaration to yourself that you would never repeat that cycle because, when you grew up, you didn't have a choice in terms of, who your father was, who your daddy was, and the addictions and afflictions that they had to deal with and how that affected your life. Okay, but when you get out into the real world and you get an opportunity to date, marry, or befriend people or create your social groups, you have more of a choice in that. Okay, but I'm hearing from Spirit, people can still kind of read some of that energy in terms of this person is familiar with alcoholism. They may not be an alcoholic, but I can tell they've been around them. Okay? I can, just like people can tell you're an empath, dear one, just like people can tell that you're empathic, you're compassionate, you're a loving person. A lot of times people can also tell that, you may have come from a background of trauma because you're so uber responsible, because you're so self-accountable and you're always, self-evaluating, or because, you shot up very fast, okay, because you had to get it out the mud very quick and early. You had to, be a parent to yourself very early. Just like people can tell that, people can also see, dear one, that, oh, she about to come or he about to come into a new cycle. But, that old cycle, I can still tell that, there's some familiarity between, what this person has dealt with, the type of people that were in their life, these karmics that were in their life, the people that were part of that karmic cycle that they have broken. And, I'm familiar to that particular karmic cycle. Okay, they daddy was an alcoholic. I'm a closet alcoholic, or they daddy was an alcoholic. Well, hell, I pop pills. It's the same type of situation, but it got a different face. Okay, the mother was abusive, the mother was envious and jealous. Okay, well, I'm a jealous bitch. I'm going to be competing with her. What her hair look like. If my man want her, or if her man want me. Yeah, I'm that type of bitch. Yeah. It's like, there is going to be people, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit in the next 4 days. It's literally like Spirit is going to be like, testing you guys to see, how bad do you want this new cycle? Do you mean business when you say you standing on business and you moving ahead and not going backwards, okay? When you have closed the door to the past and you have no desire to reopen it, because you're going to have people that they're first of all, Spirit is saying they're going to be attracted to your light. They're going to be attracted to your high vibration. They're going to be attracted to what you got going on. But then there's still that little bit of that energy where they're like, this person seems like she would be very compassionate towards me. Someone like me that's broken, that's an alcoholic, that's a pill popper, okay, that has a sex addiction, that is addicted to porn, okay, that can't keep my hands to myself, okay, that's a pathological liar. Because it's like they scan you. I know they didn't get all that strength just from, not having gone through some shit, okay? I know they didn't get all that knowledge. I know they didn't get all of this out the mud just from, having everything handed to them. So, People, dear one, they can tell, light attracts light, but you also have darkness that attracts light too. And Spirit is saying, in this season, you guys, you ain't got time to waste now. You ain't got time to be, making the same ass mistakes like that you did before, dealing with the same karmic raggedy ass roaches and raggedy ass mud ducks that you guys did before. You were forced to deal with it once upon a time in your family when you were growing up in your old raggedy neighborhood before you came into your power of who you are. Now you don't have to repeat those cycles anymore. You're going into a new cycle, but then you have these old familiar spirits that they're like, oh, I recognize someone that has dealt with, dysfunction. I recognize someone that has dealt with, a parent or a loved one that's, mentally ill. Oh, well, hey, hell, I'm mentally ill too. I'm 50 shades of fucked up too. Oh, her mama was bipolar? Well, okay, hell, I'm paranoid schizophrenic, okay? The only difference between her mama and me is that, that was her mama and I'm trying to be her lover. Yeah. The only difference between her mother and me, her mother was crazy. Hell, I know I'm crazy too, but I see her mother might have been diagnosed and, I haven't been, but I know I'm crazy, or vice versa. Or, the mother refused to take the meds, but I take my meds on occasion. That's the only difference. So Spirit is saying be very careful, because you're going to have people from your old karmic cycle that is still going to try to push up on you. Because essentially, they're broken and they want you to fix them. They want you to heal them. They want you to bring them with you. And some of them, dear one, they just want to come into your life to sabotage you because they feel as though, hey, they can't make it. They can't overcome like you did. And so, misery loves company. So they want to bring you down. And they feel as though, you might have a soft spot for them as an alcoholic. Just like you had a soft spot for your daddy that was an alcoholic. Come through, Spirit. You might have a soft spot, for her that's, batshit crazy because, your goddamn mama or your goddamn grandma or your grandpappy was, crazy as a motherfucking bedbug, okay? Yeah. Papa was seeing shit in the corner of the eye or the corner of the room and shit. Talking about a ghost is here and a ghost is over there, something scratching him and this and that, and with nothing in the room, he just, some type of shell shock, having some type of goddamn PTSD, okay? Grandpa need to get off that goddamn blunt. He got something in that now. He doing something now. He need to get off that yak, okay? Yeah, people trying to excuse, Papa because, the hard life he been in, what he been through, Pop was in the war. He was at war, okay? And now he still got war in his mind. Well, you got a soft spot for Pop. Because, maybe, you grew up as a black sheep and, Pop with his crazy ass was the only one that really showed you love and attention and affection. Okay. Well, now you got someone, dear one, same spirit, different body. And, they representing the old cycle. Oh, you close to your Pop? Oh, you say Pop, he had some issues. He suffered from PTSD. Oh, Pop was bipolar. Oh, okay. I think we get along real good, ho. I think we'll get along real good, bitch, because, I'm paranoid schizophrenic. Yeah. I'm narcissistic, okay? I got OCD. I do the same shit over and over, okay? Yeah, I have a anger management problem, I'll try to follow you around wherever you at. I'll have cameras all up in the house watching you because I'm paranoid, just like your damn Pop. I'm just the same way. So yeah, we gonna get along real good, ho. Yeah, I see you. Yeah. It's these familiar spirits, dear one. So Spirit is saying, you guys got to be very, very discerning in this season, because just like you have the old, the new, just like you have the new and people that represent the new cycle that is coming towards you and welcoming you in. Hey, come on in. You made it over. You're an overcomer. Welcome. Have a seat. You guys also got the lurkers, the people that represent your old karmic cycle. Toxic family members still lurking, want to come back. Old exes, old secret admirers, old motherfuckers that you don't even, you never got it off the ground with, but they still lurking because they still holding the torch for your ass. Meanwhile, you done went on with your life and they still stuck on stupid. You got all of those up in the mix there. And, both sides watching you. The team that's trying to welcome you into your new life, your new timeline. And then you got the old raggedy janky motherfuckers that represent the old cycle, the old karmic, situations that's watching and they trying to welcome you back to where you have come from, okay? So Spirit says, you know, you guys, you got to be very discerning in this season, okay? Yeah, I'm hearing to whom much is given, much is required. You know, nobody ever said healing was going to be easy. Come through, Spirit. Nobody ever said that, you know, ascending would be easy. Nobody ever said that being a generational curse breaker, you know, a light worker, you know, a soldier for the team of light. Nobody said that that would be easy now, okay? Yeah. But you got the sauce to be the boss. You can do it. But you know, you're always going to have tests. You're always going to have temptations. You're always going to have people that represent both sides that's pulling at you, pulling on your energy, trying to get your attention. And you know, in the midst of that, you got your ancestors and spirit that's watching you. They're saying, okay, here come a test, baby. Are you ready? How bad do you want it? Can you see a snake and spot a snake and, you know, tell a snake to get the hell on and keep it moving? Or will you be seduced because you see something in that snake that reminds you of Pop, that reminds you, you know, of Mama, that reminds you of your first love that was a crazy ass motherfucker that couldn't keep his hands to himself? Come through, Spirit. It's a test now. It's a test. You got to pass the test, okay? All right. If a lot of you guys, Spirit says it's coming now in the next 4 days. So battle up, get ready, okay? Yeah, keep your third eye open there. Stay protected, be discerning. Don't be deceived about what it looked like on the outside, okay? Yeah, you got to get to the surface, okay? Forget what he's smiling, what he looked like when he smiled. Forget the color of his or her eyes, okay? What that spirit do, what that heart do. And Spirit says for most of you guys, if it feels too familiar, based on because of where you come from and what you come out of, if it feels too familiar, Spirit says you need to run in the next 4 days, okay? That's something that ain't for you, okay? Yeah, if it's too familiar, you're supposed to be having new experiences, okay? You're supposed to be stretching out of your comfort zone at this time. So it shouldn't feel familiar. It shouldn't feel comfortable. It shouldn't feel like, ooh, I'm used to that. I know that. If you feel like that, you need to run, okay? That's for somebody. All right, in the next 4 days, y'all, let's see, what's the energy check-in, okay? Come through, Spirit. We have the energy here, the message homeless, okay? Spirit is saying that in the next 4 days, there is someone, dear one, that may have watched you come out of this situation, or temporary situation of being in between homes, okay? And this person, whomever they are pissed, okay? Some of you guys, they could have watched you recently come up out of this situation. For others of you guys, you know, they're reminiscing about, you know, what may have occurred to you or happened to you 5 or more years ago. But just by the very fact, dear one, that you have come up out of that, you're doing well now. You have, you know, garnered some level of stability and security over your life, whether you're with someone that's helping you, you know, a boo, a bae, a spouse, or whether you holding it down by yourself, ma, or whether you holding it down by yourself, bruh, okay? There is someone that is very, very pissed that you have your own symbol of security and stability, that can't nobody put you out because your name on that, okay? Your name on the lease, you got the keys. Your name on the deeds, you got the keys. Can't nobody tell you get out, okay? Can't nobody tell you what to do and when to do it. Can't nobody try to hold nothing over your head in terms of, you know, making you feel unsafe, that, you know, any given day they can decide of whether or not you're going to have a roof over your head. Come through, Spirit. And someone is gunning for you, trying to bring you back into that type of situation. So for those of you guys, come through, Spirit, for those of you guys where, you know, you have leveled up a little bit in terms of, you know, maybe you have gone from living in your car, or maybe you have gone from, you know, being in a shelter to now you're at a relative's house, okay? Spirit is saying that's still a level up, but be careful. Still keep rising higher. Still keep going for more. Because at any given time, this relative, this friend, this lover, this whoever, still got too much power to determine if whether or not you're going to have a roof over your head. Because, you know, they can start some stupid ass, you know, argument. You know, they can do something. They can try to, you know, back you up against the wall. They can try to get you to say something or do something that you don't want to do. Because they know, dear one, that, you know, they have the upper hand. They have more leverage than you because it's their house. And so it's their rules. And so what they say goes, or they might perceive you to be someone that, you know, you still trying to, you know, save your paper, stack your paper. And, you know, they could do anything, dear one, and try to jeopardize that or set you back. Okay. So Spirit is saying there is someone, dear one, You know, it's not enough that, you know, you've gotten it out the mud, that you have gone from, you know, a situation that was a whole lot lower than where it is now. They don't like the fact that you have peace. They don't like the fact that you're still steadily climbing. They don't like the fact that you're not satisfied to just be there under someone else's roof, under someone else's rules, okay? This could be someone, this could be a divine feminine, sweetheart. You may have just, you know, you may have temporarily lost your job. Or, bro, you could have temporarily lost your job. You're looking for another one. You're trying to get on your feet. Maybe you and your baby mother or your baby father broke up. Now you had to come back and, you know, reset. You had to do a reset, okay? It's just temporary. Someone, dear one, around you, they don't mean for it to be temporary. They mean for them to have control. So they're threatened by the fact that, you know, you're going to keep on trying to get up off your feet as if, you know, damn, you know, you never satisfied. This ain't good enough. You got a roof over your head. You only got to pay, you know, this amount to help me out. You know, why you talking about leaving now? So this is someone, dear one, you know, they want you to be dependent on them in some way, shape, or form. Now, they may not tell you out in your face straight like that, but just Spirit says, watch their energy. Watch how they talk to you. Watch how they treat you. When you tell them good news, do they encourage you or do they shit on it and say, why are you trying to do that? Or, you know, that ain't gonna work out. Or, you know, it's like they try to make you feel as though you reaching too high, that you should just settle for what you got. Bullshit, okay? This person, they want to hold you back, okay? They want you to be dependent on them because in all actuality, come through Spirit, I'm in the ethers, y'all. In reality, dear one, they are dependent on you. And so Spirit said, be careful about this person, okay? You're going to have to play chess, baby, and not checkers. That means that, you know, when the people or the person, when they know or think they got the upper hand because it's their house and not yours, they going to begin to say stupid shit. Yes, they are. They gonna begin to do stupid shit, you know, crazy ass shit. You know, the little disrespect is gonna get higher and higher and higher, okay? At first, they gonna do it just with them and you in the room. Then the next time they might want to do it when it's a whole bunch of people and they got an audience. Then the next time they might try to do it in front of, you know, someone that's, you know, trying to show you favor and give you an opportunity. Spirit says, watch this person now. But see, you got to learn how to play the game, okay? They want you to cuss them out. They want you to let them know, I know you a narc ass bitch. I know what you're doing. I see what you got up your sleeve on me to say something so you can say those two damn words that's just you just itching to say. Y'all know them two words. Get out, okay? They waiting to say it. They want you to say something. It's like jump. It's like, oh, you froggy bitch, jump. You know, they want you to say something. They want you to do something. Because this person, dear one, they're a narcissist. I'm feeling it in the ethers here. You know, it's giving, you know, do as I say, not as I do. It's giving, you know, they're trying to pretend as though they're a martyr. They're trying to pretend as though they're helping you and you need him. You need them. But really what it is they need your ass. But they want the narrative to be that you need them. Okay? They want it to be the way they want it. Okay? They want to contain and maintain some level of control over you. You a grown ass woman, sis. You a grown ass man, bruh. Come through. Some of y'all got children or a child. You a mommy. You a father. And this motherfucker sitting back in the cut here that think that they got leverage over you. Come through, Spirit. They still think that they can treat you like a child. They still think that they can talk to you like a child. They want to talk to your child like, you know, they the mama and they the child and usurp your authority. And they also want to talk to you like, you know, you still supposed to bend down to them and say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I don't like this bitch. Whoever this energy is that I'm tapping into now. I don't like this hoe. I don't like this motherfucker. And Spirit says, you know, you better keep your eyes open, dear one, because in the next 4 days, they gonna try you. They gonna try to test you. See, they upset, dear one. They threaten that you stacking paper. They threaten that you have peace now. They threaten that you actually, I'm hearing you got a plan. You have some type of vision. You going for something, dear one. Did you just start a business recently? Did you just get a promotion recently? Is something going good in your life on a personal tip? Did you meet somebody that you dating and they putting a smile on your face? Huh? Did you just get a new car or something? Huh? Did you get end of, something's coming down the pipe for you that's going to set you up on a trajectory of success, and you can't hide it because it's all up in your energy, and you smiling and you whistling when you spirit say you better play possum now. You better play neutral. You better play like, yeah, everything's all good. God is good. I know my breakthrough coming. Meanwhile, spirit already told you 12 o'clock that the blessing is here. But you got to keep your mouth shut, because there's someone there when they want to set you back. And it's really have something to do with the energy of someone that has been in a situation before where you have been in between homes, or you can be in between homes now. Someone sees the epitome of you having your own place. Come through, spirit, as the ultimate, flex for you, of you being independent. Oh, they don't like that. You being self-sufficient. They don't like that. So in the next 4 days, they're going to try to get up under your skin, dear one. I'm telling you. I see it in the ethers. In the next 4 days, they're going to try to get into an argument with you. It could be over something stupid. You left something in the sink, a dish in the sink. Or, your baby boy, your baby girl was too loud. Or, according to them, you was on the phone too long. Or, they wanted you to bring them something back, on your way home from work, and you forgot, or it wasn't what they wanted. It's going to, come through, spirit. It's going to be something stupid now. Because they're trying to bait you. And spirit says, I'm letting you know now, don't take the bait. Because you're almost there. You're almost out of there. You done almost stacked your paper. You almost getting ready to get approved for that apartment, or for that townhome, or for whatever that is. You almost getting, about to get that acceptance letter to go to the uni in the 3, 4, 5 states away. Okay. You're almost about to get that opportunity to do this or do that to, for it to be the ultimate flex, that now you got your independence and you never gonna give it up again. Okay. So I'm hearing hold tight now. Yeah. I'm hearing, play the role, play chess, not checkers. Don't give them what they want. Okay. Don't give them that rah-rah. They want the rah-rah so they can tell your ass to get out. Okay. So, you need that money to get your car fixed, or get that oil change, or whatever you need to do to keep it moving. And, they can deny you or play games. I'm telling you. In the next 4 days, okay? Yeah, come through, spirit. I'm going to give you guys some not signs. I'm going to give you guys a few more cards, okay? Let me see where we are with the time, okay? Yeah, we almost at that hour, the power hour, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a few more messages, okay? Maybe like 2 more, okay? And then I'm going to say hi to the chat, y'all, and turn it loose, okay? All right, that's one. Okay, spirit. Ooh, that's a lot. This one. This one. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, guys. So the next message we have is ageless beauty. Ageless beauty, okay? In the next 4 days, dear one, okay, you guys are going to be getting a lot of compliments about your beauty, okay? It could be something that you have done, a new makeover, okay? Something with your hair, okay? I'm tapping into the energy, into the ethers here, and I'm seeing someone that, whoever you are, girl, you got it going on, because, you got a different hairstyle all the time, okay? One day it's short, because you rocking your short hair. Then the next day you might have on, a weave or something, so it's long, or then the next day you could be rocking a head wrap, and then the next day you could have this or that. One day you could color it blonde, then the next day you could rock it all black, then the next day you're gonna go fire red, the next day you also have tattoos, okay? But Spirit is saying, dear one, you have ageless beauty. And so there's going to be a lot of people, dear one, that's going to start giving you compliments about your beauty, okay? How, a lot of you guys, in the energy here is reading that you look a lot younger than, what you are chronologically. But the thing about this is, dear one, as more people are beginning to notice you, because I'm hearing glow up, okay? I'm hearing skin pop. Okay, I'm hearing, you've done something different, okay? You've either lost a significant amount of weight, or, you've gained some weight where you look good, you look healthy, you've been to the gym, getting the gains, okay? Whatever the case may be. But I'm hearing from Spirit, because people are going to begin to notice you now in this season, because there's an extra glow around you, you're going to have a lot of people that's going to try to sabotage you. You're going to have a lot of people that's going to try to undermine you. And I'm hearing that for the most part, dear one, is going to either come from family or work. Those are the 2 significant places. At your workplace whether your workplace is considered to be online, or whether your workplace is considered to be offline in corporate America somewhere, okay, or at home. It's going to be work or home, where people, dear one, now that they're noticing the fact that you're beautiful, you're glowing, you're resilient, you have healed, okay, something going on that says, there is a change in me, okay, I have been, restored in some way, shape, or form. You're going to have a lot of people, dear one, their fangs are going to start coming out. For some of you guys, it could be a friend, someone that you consider to be a friend, or a workmate, a work buddy, an acquaintance, a cousin, a sibling, someone, dear one, that, back in the day, until before you got this glow up, okay, before something really happened significant where it was undeniable that there was a change in you. This person, whoever they are, dear one, they didn't feel threatened by you. They felt as though either they were on the same level as you, or that, you were beneath them. But now, dear one, they feel as though you're a threat, okay? I'm hearing runner up, okay? I'm hearing, unless I stop him or her, they're going to pass me up, okay? So I'm hearing, someone that's going to try to sabotage you. I'm hearing play on your top, okay? So for if you, dear one, if you're the type of person where, regardless of your ageless beauty, but you could be very, very humble, because once upon a time, you could have maybe considered yourself to be, what you call it? You could have considered yourself to be, what's that called, spirit? Not a lone wolf, but it's like not an ugly duckling. This late bloomer. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, once upon a time, you could have considered yourself to be, a late bloomer. Okay, and so as a result of that, you were very humble. You were the person that, that's the funny girl. That's the quiet girl, but she's smart as shit. Okay, that's the girl that, that's my homie with boobs. We never kicked it like that, but I still want to be with her because she's so damn funny. She's so damn cool. So you could have been like put in one of those type of categories. So the personality was always on point, okay? Your integrity, your character, what you were working with, your intelligence, I'm hearing very, very brilliant, your talent was always on point. But then, something happened, something flipped, dear one, where the outside of you began to show and reflect the inside of you. So there was a change that began to happen from the outside in and the inside out, where people was like, well, damn, ageless beauty here. This person, they're a double threat. They're a double threat. They're a triple threat. Okay. Now that you are considered to be competition, where people that once used to only look at you as a friend, now they like, oh, I want to ask her out on a date. Shit. Or, if it was a situation where it could have been like a family situation, you was the cool, funny one, at the family, at the get-togethers or whatever. And now, fat on point, hair on point, face beat to the gods, okay? And now, your siblings, come through spirit with that confirmation. Now your siblings are looking at you and side-eyeing you because you're getting a little bit more attention from the family, from the cousins, from the cousins, okay? Now you're getting invited to more events than, you used to before. And now you're showing up this other person that, back in the day, they was the competition, they was the standard. Was always the one on the sidelines. So now I'm hearing from spirit, because there's been a change in you, Mr. Ageless Beauty or Miss Ageless Beauty. You're gonna have fangs of people coming out now. They're gonna be coming at you with their fangs out, okay? So you got to be very discerning, okay? And it could look different, okay? For some of you guys, it could be someone, smiling in your face while they trying to shove a piece of chocolate cake down your fucking throat because you done lost 40 pounds and you're looking good, okay? And they want to sabotage you, okay? For somebody else, dear one, it could be like, oh, I like your hair, but, I got this style. I think it'll look really good on you. Let me do your hair. It's giving that because, they jealous of the length of your hair or how you rocking it. And they might try to color it and fuck it up, they might try to, accidentally, put too much bleach, too much number 3 on your motherfucking hair, then you get out the chair with a bald spot, that's for somebody, okay? Or, they do something to fuck you up, okay? Because, they're targeting your beauty and they're targeting the perceived privilege that you're now getting and that you will continue to get because you made such a such a change in your life. You have allowed the outside to reflect what was always going on the inside. And now, you are a contender, baby. Now you got eyes that would have once looked past you. Now they breaking their neck trying to hold the door open for you when you're getting ready to go to the bank to cash that shmoney. Okay? You a threat now. Back in the day, you used to be the chica that was cool, You would be the one that was the designated driver. Everybody else would get dead drunk, and you still sober because ain't nobody hollering at you, ain't nobody checking for you. You the coat holder. You the one holding everybody's coat, okay? You the one holding everybody's cell phone. You holding everybody's drink, okay? You the one, flipping the bill to go to the valet, so that y'all can park underground, and make sure your goddamn car's still gonna be there when you get out from that party, okay? But now, dear one, you are a contender. Now, people not gonna be looking past you and saying, hey, what's up? Like you just a homie. Now they looking at you like, well, damn, bitch, can I get your number? Cause goddamn. So you guys you're about to become a threat now. You are a threat. So in the next 4 days, Spirit is saying, when you hear those little sidebars, those jabs, where it's like a half compliment, half insult, and you got to do a double take and say, huh, what? Or when it's somebody that, they want to, try to help you out or hook you up, but, it's really not, is they want you to simmer down, you popping out too bright there, cover up, okay? Yeah, don't wear this, don't wear that, hoe, because, you causing people to overlook me, okay? Yeah, you're going to have that. Spirit is saying, don't ignore it now. When you see that snake, recognize that snake, so you can tell him to slither his ass the fuck on away from you now, okay? Lest you have to endure some sabotage, lest you have to endure some type of setup from the get up, where, all of a sudden now altercation going to turn into somebody trying to beat on your face, somebody trying to scar you. Nah, we not getting down like that. But in the next 4 days, Spirit is saying, be careful, open your eyes, okay, and open your ears, because you're going to begin to hear the side compliments, the side jabs, okay? You're going to begin to see people, Spirit might say, yeah, turn around right quick, look at that person. And you're going to see that person smile shift all the way to like a smirk, or they turning their nose up, or they staring at you real long and hard. It's giving mean mugging, but damn, bitch, I didn't expect for you to turn around and see me type of situation. And Spirit says, in the next 4 days, when you see that, don't ignore that, okay? Move accordingly. All right, ageless beauty, because now you a contender. Now you a threat, okay? You a part of the cool kids crew. Now people want to sit at your table, baby. Now, that brother that used to pass you up, he gonna be trying to tap you on your shoulder, or he gonna try to send his homeboy over to you and say, hey, what's up, queen? Yeah, I love them locks, boo. I love that hair, boo. Yeah. My homie over here, my bro, he wanna holler at you. Can he get your number? Yeah, you didn't get that. You used to didn't get that, but you're going to start getting it now. Some of y'all, you're getting it already, and you're like, damn, well, I be, okay? Now, I used to be invisible. Now everybody know me. It's almost kind of overwhelming. Well, now on the same flip side of that, dear one, you're going to have people that they feel overwhelmed because now you a contender. Now you in the running. Now you competition. So Spirit is saying you're going to have to really set these people out, because the moment that they start, doing that janky shit, doing that side-eye shit, doing that sideways walking ass shit, you're gonna have to nip it in the bud, okay, and get from around them people, because motherfuckers like that are dangerous, okay? They're treacherous, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. All right, yeah, in the next 4 days it's coming, okay? Yeah, pay attention to all of those compliments. How did it feel when your mother, your sister, your brother, your so-called friend, your co-worker, your workmate, your neighbor gave you a compliment? Did it feel good, or did it make your skin crawl? Did it feel good, or did it make you want to hide? Did it feel good, or did it make you want to apologize? Because now you feel like, are you wondering, am I doing too much? Yeah, when you start getting that feeling, dear one, that's for a reason. That's to let you know that, that compliment wasn't genuine. It wasn't authentic. That's to let you know that's the very area that they're looking at with contempt, and they don't like you, ho. Because of that, you better be careful, okay? In the next 4 days, all right, come through, Spirit. This is the last message, y'all, okay? We got death spells here, okay? We got death spells, okay? In the next 4 days, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit that you guys may begin to get downloads, okay? You may begin to get dreams, okay? Some of you guys, you sleep well and you're like, Sage, I haven't had a nightmare or a night terror, or I haven't had that feeling where someone was trying to, climb on top of my chest and choke me out when I'm half asleep, half awake. I haven't had that happen to me since I was 12 years old, 15 years old. Well, Spirit is saying, you guys be on alert. And what he means by that is that you guys are going to have to up your protection, especially during the witching hours. So before you go to bed, before, 10 to midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, okay? Yeah, you're going to have to make sure that, you up your protection prayers, okay? Yeah, you're going to have to make sure that, you've taken your, I don't know, your spiritual salt protection baths, okay? Maybe you needed to burn that bay leaf, okay? Burn that candle for an hour while, you're doing your, protection affirmations, okay? Do what you do, Maybe you might have to listen to binaural beats, throughout the night, or maybe, an hour or two before you go to bed, just to kind of reset your mind, just to kind of, reset your vibration, keep it high, okay? Maybe you might want to do a cord cutting before you go to bed, okay? If you get a kick in your belly when I said that, that's for you, okay? Yeah. So, Spirit is saying, be on alert, because in the next 4 days, dear one, you got so many good things going on. I want you to know that. You got all eyes on you, but all eyes ain't good eyes. But you got some eyes that, they want to get to know you. They want to holler at you. They want to take you out, okay? Some of them, they want you to get flued out, baby, okay? So, you're going to have to be on alert, because you got people, dear one, that's lurking back in the cut, and they're watching you, and they remember you for how you used to be, and they don't like the changes that they saw in you, because, see, they thought they had a one-up on you, and they never thought that you would grow. They never thought that you would evolve, okay? So now it's like, you're gonna have to, let them know that, you not to be fucked with, that you waited a long time, to get this blessing. You've waited a long time, come through Spirit, to walk through this door of opportunity, and you be goddamn if you let a motherfucker stop you, okay? You better get to the point where ain't no goddamn spell gonna stop you, ain't no scary dream gonna stop you, okay? Ain't no, janky juju, ain't no, binding spells, come to me spells. I don't give a damn if they try to give you a spell to go to hell. Ain't none of it gonna work. But you gotta stay prayed up. You gotta stay protected. Cover your energy. Cover your house. Cover your babies, your loved ones, your boo, your spouse. Cover all of that, okay? Because in the next 4 days, you got people, dear one, they're so jealous of your, these were people, dear one, they just always thought that you guys are going to be down and out. Some of you guys, when you were around some of these janky ass energies here, okay, you may have been struggling. You could have been a struggling college student at the uni, okay? You could have been, the type of person where you were always overlooked, underworked, and overpaid at that job. You was always working and just over broke, You didn't have the confidence to ask for that raise, or, wherever you went, dear one, people was always trying to humble you, okay? You've gone through those karmic cycles, those seasons, dear one, okay? But it's over now. But there were people, dear one, they thought that was going to be your lot in life. So now, they're trying to bring a death to your new season, a death to your open doors, a death to your, opportunities, a death to that new relationship, that new boo that's going to treat you right. Okay. Yeah. Tight and right. Yeah. They upset, dear one. They mad that, you're not where they left your ass. Okay. You're not looking how they remember you looking when you were down and out, when you used to cry, when you used to feel abandoned, neglected, rejected, okay? Yeah, because, see, you're an overcomer now. That cycle is over. Now, I'm hearing over my dead body. Well, bitch, you can have it your way. Because you ain't going to do nothing to my collective, ho. It ain't going down like that, okay? And so because it ain't going down like that, dear one, Spirit is wanting me to let you guys know, up your protection, boo. Yeah. Okay, your spiritual hygiene in the next 4 days need to be on point. Okay, yeah, because we're getting ready to go into August. Okay, Leo season. Leos. They need to pop out. Okay, Leo got courage. Leo, they doing their thing. They gonna be well known. Leos, they born to be in the spotlight. Okay, and then we got the Lionsgate coming up too. So y'all headed for some good. Okay, and y'all got people sit back in the cut and they trying to stop it. They trying to block it before you get a chance to walk through. Your open door, okay? So, we gonna put a return to sender on those death spells, okay? There will be no death to your, your come up. There will be no death to, your success, your successful business, your good life, your good health, okay? Your harmonious relationships, your peace, okay? Your good sleep. None of that. There will be no death to none of that, okay? So you got to make sure that you keep that blocked, okay? Is what I'm hearing from Spirit, especially in the next 4 days, okay? All right. All right, y'all. Let me get on up out the ethers. I'm going to give you guys some signs, okay, of who you or these people could be, okay? And then you guys, I'm going to turn it loose, okay? So here we go. Thank you, Spirit. For those of you guys where this message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be a Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. I'm also hearing Aries moon, Gemini rising, Aquarius moon, Virgo rising, Taurus rising. Thank you, Spirit. That's all I'm hearing. Okay. Somebody's name could be Bethany, Rachel, Raquel, Sylvia, Lauren, Timothy, and Trayvon. Nickname could be Vaughn. All right, those are some names, dear one, that popped out, that wanted to come out in the ethers, okay? All right, y'all. So that's the tea that you need to set you free, okay, on this very beautiful Wednesday. I'm sorry, Thursday. All the days be popping together for your girl, okay? Yeah. All right, so let me look at the chat, you guys. Let me see what's going on up in here, okay? Yeah, let's see. And, if I see any roaches, we're going to eliminate them. That's what we do over here at the House of Sage. Okay? All right. So we have Lee Pat. So Lee Pat says hi. Hi, Lee Pat. How are you, love? Okay. We got Beverly Shumper, 3168. Okay. Says hi. Hi, Beverly. How are you? Okay. We got Lenny. Lenny that got plenty. What's up, Lenny? Okay, I think I saw you the other day, sir. Okay, you said not me, I don't hate you. Oh, I didn't say you hated me. Okay, maybe you talking, are you having a side conversation as you were listening to the read? Okay, I don't know. All right. Then we have Dana BRR says hello. Well, hello, Dana. How are you, love? Okay, I hope that you're doing well today. Okay, yeah, let me scroll down. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, Beverly Shumter or Shumper T 3168 says, yes, my neighbor. Yeah, watch him or watch her, okay? They lurking, okay? And, they trying to get in where they fit in, okay? They're trying to start a conversation. I'm hearing scope you out, okay? I'm hearing cess you out, okay? Also, too, since you said neighbor, Spirit wanted me to let you know, Beverly, are you getting a lot of Amazon packages and stuff, dear? Yeah, you could have a neighbor, that neighbor or neighbors in general, that's watching, you get your packages and, it's sparking up some envy there because you might be the one that could afford to get all those beautiful packages at your door or on your front step where everyone else is not able to. So beware of porch pirates, okay? It would definitely be a neighbor. It would definitely be someone watching you, okay? That's a message for you as well, okay? Next up, we have Ricky Townsend, 7050. What's up, Ricky Townsend? Okay, since the little heart with the hand shaped, into a heart. I appreciate that, okay? And then we have Garrett. Hello, Mom. Who you talking to, girl? I ain't no mom, okay? I'm an animal mommy, okay? I ain't got no kids over here, and, I'm certainly not your mother, so I don't know, Garrett, do you need your meds, baby? Spirit, what to do with this? Spirit says, get rid of you, hon. You might need to see a therapist and not a tarot reader. Okay? All right, Mom. Who that is? Okay? And then we have Marion Bradley, J2K. I have seen that most all my life, and know why. All I gave is love just to get along. Yeah, that's because you know what? You're a light worker. You're a star seed, okay? You're very empathic. And a lot of people, dear one, that's very low vibrational, they really try to attack and bully people that are of the light. People that just, are loving beings and that don't want to hurt anybody, okay? Because they're goofy and they're wicked. And that's what goofy, wicked ass mofos do, okay? So, to the best ability, dear one, I know that it's easier said than done, but Spirit is saying try not to take it personal, okay? I'm hearing that sacred text, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. Now, I ain't gonna go that far. Your girl Sage is a savage. Now, I'm not gonna forgive them. I say fuck them. But that second part of the verse where it says, they know not what they do, because some of these mofos, dear one, they act like zombies. It's like they're out of their mind. They have been totally taken over by dark forces. They have been totally taken over by the spirit of envy, and they just do stupid shit, okay? Because instead of them working on themselves, they work hard at trying to bring you down instead of them coming up, okay? So, dear one, try not to take it personal, but also, Spirit may want you to move away from these people, protect your mind, baby, protect your peace, okay? Yeah, it's so many people on this earth. You can find your vibe tribe, find people that, they vibrate high just like you. You want to find some people, dear one, that have your back, okay? Rather than trying to stab you in it, okay? Live your life and live it to the point where you don't have to always have, look with your, look over your shoulder, or walk on eggshells, okay? That's your message, sweetheart, okay? And, don't let these people get to you, okay? Don't let them harden your heart, okay? Is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? All right. Then we have Cynthia Davenport Wilbon. Stop reading my post. Hey, come in here like you got knowledge. Bitch, fuck you and fuck your mama, ho. Okay? How about that? Now go take that back to your post and read that, bitch. Okay? You sound like you stuck on stupid. I don't know who the fuck you are. I get all my messages from the Most High, ho. And you must know that or you wouldn't be over here with your troll ass. You broke ass troll bitch. Go make some money, ho. And since you want to be over here lurking on my channel, get my numbers up, bitch, whoever you are. Because, see, you real bold right now, but everybody know that if you was to see me in my face to face, whoever the fuck you are, you just a faceless, nameless troll, you talking that shit because you a keyboard gangster hoe, because you know I would knock your motherfucking teeth down your motherfucking throat, bitch, whoever you are. So don't play with it, hoe. Because, my husband just bought me a new, some inventory, and I got plenty of candles, bitch. I can put your name on one. Play with it. Coming over here talking that stupid shit. I don't know who the fuck you are. Y'all some goddamn weirdos. Don't fuck with your girl now. I'm on the team of light, but I can still get down with the shit. Don't fuck with it. Don't play with it, okay? Straight like that, okay? Yeah, get your raggedy ass off my channel. Stupid bitch. You wish you did have my knowledge, ho, okay? On your worst day, you ain't got enough knowledge to drop the T like I do, bitch. Ain't nobody on your post. I don't even know you. No name, bitch. I don't even know who you are. Who are you, ho? But see, the thing is, you know me. You over here. You over here at the House of Sage, bitch. I'm not over there at Cynthia Davenport, Will Bonda, bitch, okay? So get your mind right, ho. Okay? Yeah. Okay, pardon me, y'all. I just felt like going there today on this Wednesday, Because didn't I just give somebody a message about not letting people know that you're not to be fucked with, okay? Because a lot of times, dear one, this is a message come through Spirit. This is a teaching moment right here. A lot of times, dear one, just because, people know that you're empathic or you're loving, or, just because people know that, you work on a team of light, they think that you stupid. They think that you soft. And you got to let a motherfucker know that you not to be played with. I got two sides to me. I got the light and the dark. And it depends on which side you bring out. Okay? Yeah. I will go there with you. I will. Okay? And I'll still sleep good at night. Ho, I won't miss no sleep. No murk. Okay? That's how I roll over here at the House of Sage. And some of y'all... Come through Spirit. Some of y'all need to put y'all motherfucking foot down, okay? Yeah, you need to learn how to let people know, do not cross your boundaries, put your foot down, and when necessary, put your foot up a motherfucker's ass. You got to let them know you're not to be played with. Just because I love God, hope, but I don't know you. I know Jesus, ho, but I don't know you. So, it's open season for your ass. I don't know you, ho. And you coming over here trying to disrupt my peace. So I'm going to throw it right back at your ass. 12 o'clock. Okay, now take that. Bitch. The fuck? And some of y'all, y'all have people that be trying to bully y'all off your channel. These goddamn cyber roaches coming up in your damn channel in your comment section, being the fucking cyber roaches that they were born and designed to be with they broke asses, because you ain't making no money trolling me, ho. You ain't making no money watching me make mine, okay? Yeah. But you helping me make money. That's what you're doing. So keep doing that, you retard. Yeah, y'all need to put y'all foot down and let people know, don't play with me. That's why people think that just because, you love God, just because you rocking with spirit, you rocking with the team of light, that don't mean that I can't get all the way down up in your ass, bruh. Don't get it twisted now. Don't play with it. Okay? That's for somebody. I enjoyed that. I had to get that one off. I'm going to tell you that felt good. Some of y'all, you need to get that off, okay? Get that how you feel about people trying to come at you wrong, okay? And you need to set their ass right. You need to do that. Don't hold that shit in. That's how you get depression. That's how you end up with chronic illnesses. That's how you end up with headaches, migraines, vertigo and shit. Can't digest your food properly. High blood pressure. No, fuck that, bitch. You throwing me negative energy, I'm going to throw it right back at you. You're not going to make me sick. You're not going to make me lose my peace. You're not going to make me lose my joy, ho. It'll be you. It won't be me. Okay? And y'all need to be that way too. Some of y'all, when you free yourself and get one off and tell a motherfucker where to get off, I guarantee you those migraines you've been suffering from, boo. Some of y'all, you on medication for this and medication for that. When you start telling a motherfucker where to go, I guarantee you some of y'all, you're going to be able to leave that prescription, them drugs alone. You ain't going to have to take, that asthma medication. Come through, spirit. You ain't going to have to take, that high blood pressure medication, Nah, you ain't going to have to take none of that, because all you had to do was, get that shit right back to them where it belongs. You holding all of that shit up in your body, up in your spirit, and it's making you sick. And then the motherfucker that's, stuck on stupid, they sleeping good at night. Not in my house. Not on my time. Come through, spirit. Yeah. So that's for somebody. That was y'all teachable moment for today. Come through, spirit. Okay? So where was I before these weird ass bitches came up in here and I had to block them? I had to block them and I had to give them a word. That's your word, ho. Yeah. We got Maddie Williams Hodge, 9264 says, hi. What up, Maddie? How are you, love? I hope that you're doing well today, okay? Hope that it's all good in your neighborhood, yeah? And then we got Danielle Williamson, 45. Hello from North Wales. Well, hello, dear one. How are you? I love to get, shout outs from my international supporters. Love you guys very much, okay? Danielle, this is my first time seeing you, sweetheart. I hope it's not the last, okay? Yeah. And then we have Cynthia Gentry, says, hope you have a wonderful day. Love your voice. Well, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so much. I definitely will have a wonderful day. Yeah, it will continue to be all good in the neighborhood, okay? And I hope so for you as well, okay? And then Maddie sent a gold coin for 10 jewels, okay? Thank you so much, you guys. I love that. Your girl is like a big old kid. And when you guys send the emojis and the coins and the jewels and the rat-tat-tat, I love it, okay? So thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Okay, and then we have Black Madonna, the Enigma. I like that. Black Madonna says, "Aye." Okay, so I guess the reading was resonating with you. Okay, yeah. And then you said they think we nice for what? Oh yeah, they get it twisted. They get the game twisted, dear one, because they think that you have to be allowing people to run over you and talk to you any kind of way. I don't know where they get that from. Okay, yeah, we don't do that over here. Okay. No. We don't do that over here, okay? Wrong house, wrong channel, wrong bitch, wrong witch. Come through, spirit. And then we have the Lion of the Tribe of Judah. Funny, okay? Yeah, did you get a laugh? Did you get a cackle there when I was reading these roaches up in here? I just felt like I just wanted to do that, y'all. I just wanted to get one off, okay? Yeah, I could have just blocked them and kept it moving. But, I let y'all know sometimes spirit will let me turn it loose now. And when he let me turn it loose, I'm gonna get in your ass. Straight like that, okay? Now if he would have told me to, chill, I would have chilled. There's been many occasions where, I'll be like, man, I'm about to let you have it. Spirit be like, nah. They not even worth it, not even a teachable moment. Just block them. And I just do that, okay? So it all depends. But I must say I enjoyed that. And I know when I watch the feedback or the live, when I watch it back after finished processing and me and hubby watch it, I know he gonna be cracking up. My in-laws be cracking up. They just think I'm just the funniest thing, y'all. They think I should have been a comedian, like I missed my call. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad y'all got a chuckle out of that. Okay. But yeah. And then Cynthia says your people need nice. Yeah, they need to be nice. Okay, yeah. These unknowns. Yeah, coming all off into our channel, over to the collector, all up in our motherfucking business, okay? All up in the Kool-Aid, don't know what flavor that it is. Take your ass on, you brokey. You can't be making no money over here watching what the fuck I do, And you ain't never seen a broke motherfucker that's gonna make money watching somebody else make theirs. It don't work like that, okay? Where they do that at, okay? So obviously you broke, okay? You're broke and you're bitter, okay? Take your ass on, okay? You on the wrong side of YouTube, ho. I'm just trying to escort them and show them the way to let them know they lost over here. They need to make a U-turn. They don't belong over here. I don't like you, ho. Get the fuck on. I don't welcome everybody. I don't welcome everybody to the House of Sage. I'm not for everybody, okay? As I'm giving you these messages, okay? I will give your ass a read too if it calls for that, okay? So yeah, you got the right one today. You caught me on a good day. Okay? Ain't no telling how I'll feel tomorrow when the next time I show up. Spirit might say, yeah, just block. And I'll do that. Okay? Yeah. So then Cynthia says, yes, they understand. For sure. And then Maria Castilia says they were messing around. They got to find out. Kindness is a choice. Yes, it is, okay? That is not a privilege. It is definitely a choice, okay? And everyone doesn't deserve it, okay? I have a right to, withhold my kindness from people, especially when, they coming at me with that dumbass bullshit. Okay, I'm going to return your ass back to sender hole because I didn't send for you. So don't play with it, okay? Yeah. Bitch probably ain't even got no channel up and running. That's probably just a troll account. Talking about some yo channel. Bitch, you probably ain't even got nothing posted on there. And most of the time they just be trolls. I don't know these hoes, okay? And don't want to know you. And then we have Marion Bradley. I like that. Tell her. For sure. Yeah, they need that every now and then, And then you said on their neck. We not kinfolk or friend folk, ho. I know that's right. Let them know, Black Madonna. Let them know, okay? Yeah. Let them know that's tea right there, okay? And then she was like, don't get scared now. Yeah, you drop their little stupid ass shit and then, then leave, okay? Little dumb brokey, okay? And then Cynthia says, honey, don't let these people get you down. Oh, no, Cynthia, they're not going to get me down, honey. But, like I was saying, you have to let certain people. Now, it depends on the situation. Like I said, sometimes people say, don't even worry about that. Just block them. That's not even a teachable moment. But today, I got the green light to go at her or it or them, it, whatever the fuck it was, okay? Because that was a teachable moment, okay? Because someone, I had just made a comment to someone in the chat, dear one, that was saying how, they feel bad that, they're just such a beautiful, loving person and all they give out is love, but they get nothing but hate in return. And I was just telling this young lady in my chat that you can't allow people to make you feel bad. You got to put your foot down. You can't allow people to walk all over you. You have to establish your boundaries and put your foot down. And when necessary, put your foot up somebody's ass. Now, sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's verbal. Well, today for your girl, over here at the House of Sage, it was verbal, okay? You over here in my house. Bitch, you don't try to disrespect me and my house, okay? Take your ass over there on somebody else's channel and do that, but you're not going to do it over here. I'm either going to block you or if Spirit give me the green light to say, yeah, let us partake, okay? Then I'm going to get in your asshole because you ain't got no business being over here in my house, okay? Talking about somebody reading your post. Bitch, you are unmentionable. I don't even know who the fuck you are. You a goddamn ghost, okay? You a goddamn cyber troll. I don't know you, bitch. But I bet you know me. You know me now. Yeah. So that's all I was doing, Cynthia. Okay. Now I let y'all know, Cynthia. Now your girl. I'm gangster. I think I warned y'all, okay? So, if some of you guys, you like to get the messages, but you like the love and light and la di da, I love you, you love me. Oh, let's sit on the mountain and hug each other, hug our neighbors, hug our haters. I'm not your girl. I don't get down like that. That's not how God made me. I'm not wired that way, okay? But when y'all ready to get up in somebody's ass, okay, and ready to unleash that kraken, I'm your girl. That's me, okay? So for those of you guys where if you can't handle it, you can't handle that heat, okay? I have to let you guys know. I gotta warn you. You gotta find somebody that matches your vibe, boo, so that your energy, your spirit will feel right, okay? If you get rattled when you hear a little bit of that gangster, this might not be the channel for you, because I'm not gonna change, okay? So I just gotta put that out there, okay? But it's still all love. I say it with love, okay? Yeah, except for the motherfuckers that I just told off. They can go fuck off and fuck their mama for all I care. But I'm talking about for the collective, my collective. Okay? Yeah. And so you put yes, lovely, disease. Yes, yeah, they like diseases, goddamn parasites. Get your ass out of here. And then you said tell them that part. And then you said they best to respect Big Mama's house of Medea. And I know that's right. I know that's right. You come over here in my house, you want to partake, you want to eat my food, you want to come over here and eat and belch and not leave a tip, and then on top of that be disrespectful. No, the fuck you ain't. Not over here. Not up in here. Okay? Come through, spirit. And then we have Ricky Townsend 7050. This has made my day so much better. You're my new favorite. I will remember this next time I need to let a motherfucker know and channel my inner wisdom and sage. And I know that's right. Let them know, Ricky. Let them know, okay? Yeah, don't start none. It won't motherfucking be none, okay? Who do you think you are, okay? And as always, these are cowards, dear one. I'm telling you, if they saw you face to face, they wouldn't have nothing to say. They would walk right past you with their head down, because they know you would put your foot up their ass, okay? So they will walk with their head down. But they're so damn bold. They're so brazen when, they're hiding behind a keyboard. They're fucking keyboard gangster, okay? Well, we can pull them out, just like we can pull them out on the streets, okay? Yeah. Talking all that shit. No, you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing, And again, you're on my channel, okay? Let's get that straight right there. Yeah. So then we have release the pressure. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Y'all need to start doing that. I'm telling you, your headache's going to start, leaving you. Your headache's going to subside. You guys that have, nervous stomach, you might have ulcers, you have anxiety. All of that's going to subside, because that's negative energy that you guys are holding on to. And when you learn how to release that, throw it back where it belongs, okay? Get it out of your system. Get it off your chest. You're going to walk better. You're going to feel better. You're going to sleep better. I'm telling you what I know, okay? Yeah, do that, okay? And then you have, that's why I love higher explaining everything, because you got to tell them. That's right. You got that right. Yeah, and bye, Felicia. That's right. Get your ass up out of here. Goddamn roach with my spray. Shh. Your ass out of here. The fuck? Yes, indeed. And then we have Maria Castillo. I heard my ancestors chuckling. We have Maria Castillo. Don't ever change. Love you. They deserved it. Thank you, sweetheart. And yes, they did. They deserved it. They wanted it. I just gave them what they wanted. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to give you what you want. You wanted to smoke, and there you got it. Came up here with that dumbass comment. So that's what you get. Okay, enjoy that. I put a stamp on that. I put a bow on that. Enjoy that, hoe. Enjoy it. Yeah. But all right, guys. I loved today's read. I loved you guys in the chat. I had me a good old time, okay? Yeah, I got a chance to exercise some of that dark side that's in me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, because I do have the balance between the light and the dark, okay? You got to be balanced in all things, okay? So I enjoy that, guys. So, I'm gonna turn it loose, y'all. I'm about to go downstairs and see what's up. I'm about to switch it off into animal mommy mode and wife mode and see what my animal babies, my fur babies are doing, see what Hubs is up to. It's his turn to cook. So I'm about to go downstairs and I'll begin the second phase of my day. So, I want you guys to continue to enjoy the rest of your beautiful day, morning, evening, noon, or night, whatever time that it is in your neck of the woods, okay? Remember, you guys, in the next 4 days, you guys got a lot of challenges ahead of you guys, and you're going to be tested, okay? So make sure that you pass the test, show your spirit and show, your ancestors that, you have studied and shown for proof that you've gone through enough dirt, so you're not trying to repeat no cycles over again. You're walking into the new and you're leaving the old behind, okay? And then also, you guys, okay, this was a message for somebody. This was a teachable moment. Never let a motherfucker get away with disrespecting you, okay? Now, there's going to be a time and place for everything, and you guys will know. You will feel it in your spirit, okay? If you get that let go, let it rip, okay? And let a motherfucker know, don't play with me. I don't know who the fuck you think you playing with. I'm not your toy. And sometimes all you got to do is tell them one time, and they'll get the message. And a lot of you guys, spirit is saying, you have allowed people to disrespect you so long, and that's why you have been in unnecessary warfare. You have been in unnecessary situations where people have bullied you for far too long. You a grown ass woman, you a grown ass man, and you got motherfuckers trying to talk to you like you a goddamn child. And the reason why, you should have checked them a long time ago, but that's all right, because it's a new day. So when they try to step to you with that old bullshit, trying to humble you, trying to sun you, and half the time they don't even know you. You don't know their ass from a can of paint. And especially if they somebody you know, if they're a raggedy, janky ass family member, if they're an ex, if they're a baby mama, a baby father, whoever it is, okay? You let them know. You're not going to talk to me that way, partner. There's going to be consequences and repercussions, okay? You got to let them know. And sometimes all you got to do is tell a motherfucker one time, they will leave you alone. They only keep coming back because they feel like you scared and you so afraid of confrontation. You so afraid to rock the boat. You are so afraid of what it's going to look like. You so afraid of somebody calling you mean or somebody calling you this, calling you that. And you got to get rid of all of that virtue signaling, okay? When it's time to get down and dirty, you got to get up in a motherfucker's ass, okay? Yeah, Jesus shook the table, baby. Sometimes y'all got to shake the table, okay? Yeah. Do that. And you'll teach motherfuckers how to leave you alone, and you can live your life with peace. Then you can start just saying things one time. Allow your no to be a whole complete sentence. But see, when you don't check people, they're going to keep on going. They're going to keep on going. They're going to keep on testing you. They're going to think you weak. And then, now you got a situation on your hand that's been blown out of proportion because you didn't check a motherfucker when you should have. Now they running amok. Okay, so that's a teachable moment for a lot of you guys too, especially within the next 4 days. Some come through, spirit, and then I'm gonna end it after this. Somebody gonna try to test you, dear one, whoever you are. They're going to try to embarrass you in front of people. They might try to embarrass you in front of your child. They might try to embarrass you, in front of your coworkers, in front of your boss, okay? They want to make a scene, okay? Because they jealous of how people are perceiving you, but they want to sun you, and people be like, well, damn, I thought that person was confident. I thought this person could speak up for themselves, okay? Well, maybe they don't deserve this opportunity because this opportunity that I got for them, hey, they got to let people know that, they got to let people know what time it is. They got to be, they can't be afraid to go there. They can't be afraid to say no. They can't be afraid to check a motherfucker. That's what leaders do. Leaders do what other people don't want to and what they can't do because they feel uncomfortable. If you're a leader, you got to be able to say the shit that other people don't want to say. Come through, spirit. You got to be ready to do the things that other people don't want to do. Okay? You can't call yourself a soldier if you've never been in a fight. If you always backing down, you can't be a soldier. Let a motherfucker know what time it is. Okay? I'm gonna end it on that. Okay? Because I can go all day on this thing. Okay? All right, guys. Love you much. And until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay great. Peace.